Nexton versus Cane Bay. Which Summerville community is right for you? If you're moving to the Summerville area, chances are you've already heard about Nexton and Cane Bay. In fact, if you've spent more than 10 minutes researching homes online, you've probably asked yourself the same question almost every relocation buyer asks: which one is better? Today, I'm going to answer that question. We're going to compare Nexton and Cane Bay based on location, lifestyle, schools, healthcare, active adult communities, home prices, and what you actually get for your money. And by the end of this video, you'll probably know exactly which community fits your lifestyle best. The easiest way to understand these communities is this. If Nexton and Cane Bay were people, Nexton would be the person who likes walkability, coffee shops, fitness classes, bike trails, and being close to everything. Cane Bay would be the person who owns the golf cart, spends weekends at the pool or the lake, knows all their neighbors, and wants a little more room to spread out. Neither is better, they're just different. And that's why the people who love one often don't choose the other. One thing that surprises many buyers is just how large both of these communities really are. People often think of Nexton as a neighborhood and Cane Bay as this massive master planned community. The reality is that both of them are enormous developments. Nexton is approaching 5,000 acres when it's fully built out, and Cane Bay spans roughly 7,000 acres. These are not subdivisions. They are more like small towns with shopping, schools, restaurants, healthcare, parks, trails, and thousands of homes. The real difference isn't size. The real difference is how they're designed. Nexton was designed around walkability and connectivity. Cane Bay was designed around recreation, neighborhoods, and community amenities. For many buyers, the commute determines everything. If you work downtown Charleston, North Charleston, Boeing, the Air Force Base, or the airport area, Nexton usually has a small advantage. It's located directly off of I-26, which provides quick access to the Charleston job market. But here's where the story changes. If you work at Volvo or one of the industrial parks in Ridgeville or along the Highway 176 corridor, Cane Bay becomes extremely attractive. In fact, many Volvo employees specifically choose Cane Bay because of its location. So before you choose a community, ask yourself one question. Where am I driving every day? Because if commute is important to you, that's often the answer to which neighborhood makes more sense. Now let's talk about lifestyle, because this is where most buyers make their decision. Nexton feels connected, walkable, and convenient. There are restaurants, coffee shops, businesses, parks, events, pools, fitness opportunities, and gathering spaces woven throughout the community. You can meet friends for dinner, grab coffee, and walk the trails. You can attend community events, all within Nexton. Now compare that to Cane Bay. Cane Bay feels more recreational. There are pools, parks, trails, a YMCA, a library, schools, and a large community lake. Golf carts are everywhere, kids are riding their bikes, people are fishing, and neighbors know each other. The community itself becomes part of your lifestyle. The simplest way I can explain it is this. Nexton says, let's meet some friends for dinner. Cane Bay says, let's take the golf cart to the pool. If you enjoy being outdoors, both communities are excellent. Nexton offers more than 50 miles of walking and biking trails connecting neighborhoods, schools, parks, shopping, and gathering spaces. It's incredibly popular with walkers, runners, and cyclists. Cane Bay offers extensive trails as well, but it adds pools, parks, recreational facilities, a YMCA, and a community lake. So here's the question I ask buyers. Would you rather finish your walk at a coffee shop or at a community pool? Most people instantly know which answer sounds more appealing. Every relocation buyer also asks me about schools. Here's what surprises many people. Both Nexton and Cane Bay schools are located in Berkeley County, and both benefit from significant investment in new schools and educational facilities. Midtown Middle School is actually opening up soon to serve the growing Nexton area. Cane Bay continues to benefit from having elementary, middle, and high schools located right within the community itself. But my advice is always the same. Don't choose a neighborhood based solely on internet rankings. Tour the schools, meet the administrators, talk to the parents. The best school is often the one that's the best fit for your child. Nobody Everybody asks about hospitals when they first start looking, but they always ask before they buy. For Cane Bay residents, one of the biggest advantages is proximity to Roper St. Francis Berkeley Hospital, which continues expanding to serve Berkeley County's rapid growth. Nexton is also becoming a healthcare destination of its own. MUSC already has a major presence in the community, and a new MUSC hospital campus is being developed in the Nexton area. 10 years ago, many residents drove towards Charleston for specialized healthcare. Today, more and more healthcare services are being built right here in Berkeley County. Speaking of retirees, many buyers don't realize both communities have multiple active adult options. Nexton has Del Webb Nexton and Hammock Walk. Cane Bay has Del Webb Cane Bay and Four Seasons. All 4 communities offer clubs, events, pools, fitness opportunities, and low-maintenance living. One important difference is that Del Webb Cane Bay is built out. Del Webb Nexton, Hammock Walk, and Four Seasons continue to offer opportunities for buyers interested in new construction. The question isn't which one is best. The question is which lifestyle feels more like home. Now let's talk money, because this is where things really get interesting. At approximately $450,000, the average home in Cane Bay is roughly 2,500 square feet. The average home in Nexton is closer to the 2,100 square foot mark. That's nearly 400 additional square feet in Cane Bay for essentially the same budget. So if your goal is maximizing square footage, Cane Bay often wins. But many buyers intentionally choose less square footage in Nexton because they're buying location, convenience, trails, restaurants, shopping, and interstate access. It's one of the oldest debates in real estate: more house or more location. Neither answer is wrong. Let's be honest about the pros and cons. People choose Nexton because of the walkability, restaurant, shopping, healthcare, interstate access, and more than 50 miles of trails. The trade-off is that homes are often smaller, the price per square foot is higher, and lots can be smaller in certain neighborhoods. People choose Cane Bay because of larger homes, golf cart lifestyle, pools, parks, YMCA, community lake, and the strong neighborhood feel. The trade-off is that the commute can be longer depending on where you work, and because the community is so large, every section feels a little different. For most buyers, neither set of pros or cons is a deal breaker. It simply comes down to what matters most to you. Here's my favorite way to explain it. If you're the type of person who says, I want to walk to coffee, grab dinner, and be close to everything, you're probably a Nexton person. If you're the type of person who says, I want a golf cart, a pool, community activities, and neighbors who know my name, you're probably a Cane Bay person. And if you're sitting there thinking, I honestly like both, you're probably going to tour both. At the end of the day, neither community is better. They're simply designed for different lifestyles. Nexton appeals to buyers who prioritize convenience, walkability, and connectivity. Cane Bay appeals to buyers who prioritize space, recreation, and community amenities. The real question isn't which community is better. The real question is, which lifestyle fits me best? If you're considering a move to Summerville and you're trying to decide between Nexton, Cane Bay, Carnes Crossroads, Summers Corners, The Ponds, or any other community in the area, I would love to help. I've been helping buyers and sellers in the Summerville area for more than 25 years, and I'd be happy to help you figure out which neighborhood is the right fit. If you currently live in Nexton or Cane Bay, drop a comment below and tell everyone what you love most about your community.